at all. I did not want to get out of bed. And I said, God, I would really appreciate it if you could give me some energy today. Not 15 minutes later, we had BOGO energy.
That's awesome. God's like, mic drop. I love it.
Like, oh, okay, not the way I expected, but thanks. That was really fast.
That is awesome. Lord, send energy. BOGO. Da-da-da-da-da. What else? What you got?
I got 2 new loyal customers for this whole month, so.
I'm like, well, I know. Pollard is in.
I'm excited.
What?
That's like a ending of a drought, so.
Yes.
I'll take.
I'm declaring in the name of Jesus, our drought is done. Our drought is done. It is time to go harvest the fields, people. Who else? Juju, you've got internet. What? She had to fight some people for it, but she got internet, dang it. Ellen, how'd your week go? Is the baby sleeping? Is that why you're trying to be quiet? She's like, shh, Bethany, don't talk so loud. Julie, how'd you do, baby?
You don't want to hear about my day. I don't want to bring the whole thing down. So y'all just have a good time. Okay, I need some prayers over here. So like,
how's your boy?
Not good.
Okay.
Got long story short for all of you who didn't hear about it. He was in a high school soccer game on Wednesday and got booted in the side of the head with the soccer ball. Took about 20 hours for him to have any type of symptoms whatsoever. And he is currently, we took him to an urgent care last night, and they weren't sure. They told us to take him to the doctor in the morning. We took him this morning. They're like, yeah, definite concussion. You're not allowed to play video games. You're not allowed to play on your phone. You're not allowed to drive. You're not allowed to basically do anything but sit down or sleep until at least Tuesday when he can see a specialist.
Well, we will continue to pray for him for sure.
I appreciate that.
What's his name?
In the meantime, Jonathan.
I think you mentioned that earlier and I just missed it. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I appreciate it. I appreciate your asking. He's I at this point kind of think that they are tending to be maybe a little overreactive just because he's a high school student with a sports injury.
Probably.
I don't think that it's probably going to be as significant as they think because he was showing very few symptoms from what I could see. But at the same time, I am just, if you can pray with me for a proper diagnosis from the specialists on Tuesday,
sure.
That's what I want. We need to know how to proceed with the whole thing, and I appreciate that. In the meantime, I cut my finger off and need stitches today, so it's great.
Okay, well,
it's one of those days.
It's been a day. I have noticed since we made our declaration that there are just evil minions all over us.
They are.
All of us, like distraction and illness. And
I am praying for all of you who are on here right now that these kinds of things don't happen to you.
Well, we are definitely upping my prayers for hedge of protection over you guys. But at the same time, this gets me super excited because it means we are heading in the right direction. Like we have forged forward and the enemy's starting to panic because there was a long while that, nothing bad was happening. I was just in a crappy mood all the time. And it's because I wasn't moving where I was supposed to be going. So we will continue to pray for Jonathan. I'm praying for a 100% clean bill of health, 0 injury at his neck doctor's office, and he's going to feel amazing. That's my bold
Thank you.
prayer.
And I am praying for all of you that you are all protected underneath all of this, and that none of you experience any kind of blowback from what is clearly something that is meant to be.
Absolutely. Goosebumps, guys. I've been having like Jesus moments left and right, and it's been awesome. Okay, so are you guys excited about the next 90 days? So somebody gave me something earlier, and it didn't really occur to me. I should have. They're like, do you realize there's only 120 days till 2018? That's it. There are only 120 days left. That means there's like 156 days till conference. That's it. Like 156 days is it. And I thought about that today, and I was like, I sat in that arena in February and declared that this year would be legendary. And then I put my head in a hole and let the enemy beat me into that hole, and I stayed there. And that pisses me off that I didn't have the strength to stand up and fight back then. Y'all, we have to refuse to walk back into conference 2018 as the same rank we are now. I've been to 3 conferences now at this rank, and I'm over it. I am done. You guys deserve to be represented with VIP. You guys deserve to have diamond lanyards, double diamond lanyards, triple diamond lanyards, presidential diamond lanyards, and whatever swag that comes with it, because you work that hard. You're still here. You are loyal to the company. You're loyal to the team. And
we're all going to sit together.
Heck yes, we are. I might sit with VIP one time, but then I'll sit with you guys. Because it really is. It's way more fun to sit with you anyway. Because it's like when you show your kids your favorite movie and you watch them watching the movie and see what they think. Like that's how I feel when I sit with you guys. I watch you watch conference, and that's the best part. But anyway, so if you did not see, yes, who's that? Rhonda.
It's Rhonda. Really, I want to know, does VIP have their own Wi-Fi there in the stadium? Because they always get on, and I always have to wait.
I do believe that's a yes.
Okay, when you get
Right?
there,
Because they always suck up all the Wi-Fi, and you can't get on live because they're all on live.
I know
Exactly.
They did once. I don't know if they did in Amalie Arena this year. But I do know they have special bathrooms, and if for no other reason, we all need to be VIP to go use the special.
Yeah, right?
oh yeah, the line is amazing for that one.
Yeah, no, you can just walk right in. There is no line.
Exactly. But for real, I'm so excited about where we're headed. Like, did everybody see Mark's announcements today? Like, I didn't expect to need to take notes for his video because it's usually one surprise. And today, I think I counted 8 announcements in that video. So that was like crazy. Global Blitz Day is 9/9. I want us to make a super big deal of that and get somebody who's close to you and go blitz. Even if it's just for a couple of hours, go do it. That is my East Texas OTOM day. And so we'll try to make a big deal about that night. But so we need to spread the word. If you happen to have locals down this way in like a 2-hour radius, people will drive to come to that. Apparel is on sale. And then 9/16 is Global Wrap Party Day. And they are like, September is going to be all about wrap parties. And I feel like this is going right along with what I've been wanting to do and getting back to basics anyway. And in the last few years, there's been such a strong focus on all of those people promoting via social media that the wrap party has sort of fallen by the wayside. And so they're looking to us to bring back belly to belly wrap parties and belly to belly, because that's where relationships are really strengthened, in that in person. And so today was supposed to be a phone day for me, so I could make sure we have our local weekly belly to belly party. But the Lord had other plans for me today, so I'll be on the phone tomorrow. But let's all commit to doing something weekly where we are, even if it just ends up being one person one week and then two people the next week. Just commit to it, even if it's small in the beginning, and let it grow. Okay. And I'm going to lead the way with that. I have not done a good job on that just yet, but it's coming. Okay. Have you guys set your goal for how many times you want to complete your Steps to Success this month? The answer should be yes, and at least one. Okay. We have got to get back to I am desperate to complete a Steps to Success like you were in the beginning. When you first signed up, you were on it trying to find your first 4 customers in your 30 days because you had to have, I guess for all of us, it was probably the 120 product credit at that point. But you needed that 120 product credit, and you were desperate to hit that goal. And so I want to get us back to that. And I'm putting out there, I'm going to complete my steps twice and then hopefully go a third time, but I'm committing to 2, and that's going to take a whole lot of messages. The Ruby box is back. And if you guys are wanting to go from distributor to diamond by November 30th, we really need to see Ruby this month. Okay. Let's see. Does anybody have anything you want to pop in real quick while I check my notes? Oh, okay. This is something I wanted to talk to my leaders about, because this is not something I would put on the wall. There is a difference between, Julie, are you shushing me? No? Okay. I thought, are we sneaking up on
Whenever you get a second, go ahead.
Oh, that was okay. I thought you were shushing me like we were all sneaking up on
No. I just had something to say whenever you get a minute.
Well, jump on in right now. It's fine.
Okay. I've been doing a lot with Instagram training. So if you all are interested in learning something about promoting your business on Instagram and how Instagram works, because it is very, very different than Facebook. So if you all are interested in learning something about that, maybe we can put together a little Zoom, and I can kind of teach you what I've been learning about that, because it's hugely impacted the way I go about my Instagram and how it's working for me.
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up, because that was in my old notes and I've switched to a new system and not everything got transferred. So yes, we need to do that. I think we would all benefit from that, actually. Oh, okay. So I was Zooming with some other VIP.
Probably.
Jonathan. I was Zooming with some other VIP, and we were discussing those people who, like, we call potentials because we want to be able to say we have potentials, but then they're asking all this information and it's always just asking the information. And so I want us to get better at determining the difference between an actual potential and an ask hole. Okay? Because I find that I get where I'm so desperate to help these people, like I really believe in them, that I keep pouring into them. And at some point, you've got to cut ties. Even if it's just stepping back and saying, I'm here when you're ready. And then I'm going to go. Or like Lindsay suggested today, it's okay to, if this has been constant and for a while, it's okay to be like, oh, you know what? I really don't feel like this is for you right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and like take it off the table and remove the option from them. And for a lot of people, you removing the option is going to be motivation enough to get them started. Because like, oh, heck no, she's not taking that away from me. I am in. Like, I'm going to do this. And it mentally relieves you of continuing to pursue that potential. And people on your team that are telling you they want it, but they aren't showing up and they aren't making effort and they aren't, like if it's been since 4 days ago, since you've been in my inbox, you don't want this, you know, like, and so I have some of those right now that have told me they wanted in on this and they're ghost. And so they're going to get a message tomorrow, something along the lines of, you know, you're obviously not ready to push. I'm still here for you when you are. But I wanted to release you from the stress of having to tell me you're not ready for this. And I'm really going to have to work through how to say it politely and with the love of Jesus, because it hurts my heart because they would be so good at this and they just won't dig in. And so let's be praying for those people that what we say will be motivating to the ones who are supposed to come with us, and the ones who are not will just be released and they can work this business at their own pace. And that's fine. They're just not ready to push. Yes, I will. I want to caution us. Okay, I have like 8 minutes. I want to caution us as we move into this push. Time management is going to be crucial. You've got to be squeezing your business in whenever it's possible. You just, you know, you may not have an hour in the evening. You know, you might have to do it 5 minutes here and 5 minutes at 2 a.m. or whatever your schedule is. But we need to make very certain that we make absolute time to be in the Word. Like that is non-negotiable over the next 90 days. I mean, it always should be. But I know I'm putting this out there to keep myself in check, because when I'm pushing toward a goal, I get my kids to school, I come home, I sit in front of the computer, and I'll look down and it's 3 o'clock, time to go get them. And I haven't eaten, haven't gone to the bathroom, haven't opened my Bible, I haven't moved. Like that's where I was most of this year, stressed out, like desperately trying to pull people out of the computer. And since I've been making it a point to spend the time in the Word, the Lord is opening the doors and messages are coming to me. And so I'm putting this out there so you guys can keep me accountable to make sure that I'm staying in the Word, and I'm doing 1 chapter of personal development every day to keep the good coming in my brain, because that is what's able to come out to you guys. So I want to finish with a neat little exercise. Julie turned me on to the book. Was it Without Rival? Is that what it's called, Julie? Yes, Without Rival by Lisa Bevere. And I started it today, and I made it through like the first chapter, and I was just a bawling, squalling mess.
I knew you would love it. It's awesome.
I read the inscription on the front page, and like the tears just started. And then like the first chapter is like this. It's so good. But one thing that she has you do, like the first chapter talks about how you are uniquely loved by a God who is infinite love. Like it's not that his love is split between you and me. It's that our love is completely different. It's unique to each of us, and it's perfect for each of us, which is sort of this new concept that I had never considered before, but it makes complete sense. And leg cramp, hold on. Okay, low on potassium today. Holy wall. All right, so
bananas.
I can't eat bananas, but I'll go take some potassium.
Greens.
Greens. Yes, I did have them today, but I haven't had enough. Anyway, so this chapter talks about how you are uniquely loved and that you are completely unique, and that the Spirit has given you designations that are just you. Like you are completely different from every other being on the planet. And these designations are who you were created to be. Because
And it challenges you to find those for yourself and to ask God what your specific designations are, what the words that He's spoken over you are, specifically, not just other people, but specifically to you. And I love that about them.
So I want you guys tonight when we get done, or tomorrow in the morning, sometime where you can sit quietly, get out paper and a pen, and then pray just this. I'm not gonna lie, I was terrified that like he wouldn't speak. I was terrified that I would sit there with the pen and the paper and he wouldn't say anything. And so just pray that he would whisper to you what your designations are. Like what are the words that he speaks over you that are who you are? And y'all, I sat there and I was nauseous and I was dizzy and I was crying. And I kept praying because a word would come into my head. And I was like, Lord, I don't want it to be me. I want it to be your word. And then it was the same word and it was the same word. And I was like, okay, so I wrote it down. And then I was like, okay, Lord, what else? And he gave me 2 more words and I kept like, please don't let this be me. Like, I don't want this to be the things I'm coming up with. And then after I wrote the words on the paper, I just felt peaceful and I felt excited because it was like, I felt like I knew what my spiritual gifting was, but to sit there and look at that paper and know that the Spirit had just given me my designations was like, I don't know, it was a really awesome exercise. And I know that if you go into it truly wanting to hear, he's going to speak. He's not going to leave you hanging. And so I sort of had to ask for forgiveness for, not trusting that he would actually say something to me. But it was really, really good because I look at those words and they confirm what I was learning last week about working within my spiritual giftings. And it got me really, really excited to make sure that we never, ever miss this. Because now I know what my words are and I know where I stand when I stand in my power in the Spirit. And if anybody wants me, or Julie can, since she's actually with the book, but like to screenshot or to take a picture of like the page that explains why and what you're doing, because it's a far more beautiful explanation than what I just did. I can't do it justice. But that book, I would actually, Julie invited me, like, get it, and let's all
get it.
Sort of be working.
I think it's like $12, like $12.50 or something if you can get it online. What did you pay, Bethany?
I don't even know. I got it on Amazon, and so it came the next day. Hold on.
I got actually a 3-part of hers. It was Lioness Arising, Girls with Swords, and Without Rival. I got the 3 for $30, and I haven't done the Lioness Arising yet, but the Girls with Swords is also really, really good. So it shouldn't be expensive, is my point.
No, it's not expensive. It was I wouldn't have paid more than $10 or $12. Yeah. But it's really, really good. And I felt, and then he gave me verses after that. And it was a really special.
Awaken something almost in you that
it does. It was very much a father-daughter time. That was a very unusual experience for me because I wasn't super close with my dad. So I've never had like the daddy-daughter, that thing. And it was really, really good. And so that just got me even more excited about what's about to go down. It's just like everything Oh, okay. It's just like everything, it's coming. And I ended up in some old notes from Bible study, and it says that God is never, ever late, but sometimes he sure is slow. And that's kind of how I have felt this year. But being, stripped and torn down and tested and just exhausted, where all I had was just to look up and say, Lord, I need you, was obviously where I needed to get to before I could move into being worthy of having a team for the caliber of you guys and what you're about to bring to the table. Because looking back at where I was before stuff started to happen, I had felt like I had earned it and I deserved it. And that is never, ever a safe place to be. But I didn't realize that because it was what I had wanted for so long. And anyway, so I've come through the ringer and we are all washed clean on the other side. And I'm lit up over what's about to go down. Like all of these pieces God's putting together in our puzzle. So I am over my time now. I have to go. Does anybody have anything you want to say before we close?
Could you stay on for 1 second
Yep.
after?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Okay, quick prayer. Let's close it out and then we'll real fast and then we'll be gone. Does somebody want to close us?
I will.
Thank you.
Dear Heavenly Father, we just come to you today and present all of our faults and all of our insignificancies to you, and know that you can create something so much more from our faults, that is where you get to shine. And we just pray in this hour that you will take our weaknesses and make them your strengths, where you can shine out from all of us. You will build us all up, that you will allow us all to grow stronger, and with each passing day that we will grow in you, and that we will grow as a team, and we will be able to achieve our goals. In your most precious Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Bethany, you're muted.
Hate when I do that. I do it all the time. Okay, good night. I love you guys. Let's go kill September. Let's go crush it. I'm excited. Jeep entries, here we come. Bye. Love you guys. Holla. Adios.
Bye-bye.
Bye, baby.
I think Lindsay's frozen.
She's frozen. That looks like a weird picture.
It was a little weird.
It's like somebody drew her. That's kind of creepy.
So you love the book.
Oh my gosh.
See, I told you, it's awesome.
I mean, I got goosebumps when I read the title and the byline, and so I knew like it was going to be good. But seriously, I started bawling reading the inscription.
Oh my gosh, like I read the first chapter and then I read the second chapter, and I went through and like I did the whole thing where I was like, okay, let's see what happens. Like 3 words. Like I got 2, but I was just like, oh my gosh, like I don't even know what's gonna happen.
I know.
And the words were not what I would have expected.
Okay.
What did you hear? What did you think about what you heard?
I just got really excited because it confirmed my study from the week before on working within my spiritual gifting. And so the first word that he gave was beloved. And
Oh, that's a great word.
I really struggle with feeling like I'm enough
Yeah.
and like I have to earn people's love. And that started when I was about 7, and I'll have to tell you about that later. But I've only recently come to this knowledge this year that instance has colored every decision I've made from then on how to act and how to be and what to do. And it's really caused some questionable decisions. And then the next two were speaker and motivator, which totally fits in with the spiritual gifting study I did last week. And when I experienced the words, it was like I knew that these moments were going to be our key to growth, because this is me acting within my gifting.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, I was blown away by the exercise itself. Like, I was terrified of it.
Me too.
So
absolutely. I was just like, I almost didn't want to do it because I was just like, I'm not sure what to expect, or if I'm going to hear anything, or like if I don't hear anything, like what does that say about me? Like I'm not.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I'm not even worth him saying something to, so why would I, and I was like, well, that contradicts what the whole book is trying to teach me, so let me just do it. And anyway, it was, I'm so glad you found that.
Can I speak into that for 1 second?
Yeah, please.
You are amazing. You are beautiful. You are worthy. You are the person that God has put in front of all of us in order to help us all succeed. You are that person, not as pressure, but that is your gift. That is who He has made you to be. And soak it up, because that is exactly what He wants from you. That's who He has made you to be. You are worthy of it. You need to take a hold of that. You need to go crawl up in your daddy's lap and take comfort in that, because that is what He has meant for you. And I told you the first time that I saw you at conference, like a year and a half ago, I will see you on that stage. And I will. And I hope that I get to be a part of that. But you are worthy. You are beautiful. You are wonderful. And you are something extraordinary. And you are the only person who can be where you are. You are the person that He has put out here in front of the rest of us. And you are the only one who can make this work. Obviously, all the rest of us, you just suck it up and do some stuff. But you're the person who's meant to be there. So don't discount that for yourself. You are something amazing. And just because you didn't have a great relationship with your dad, my dad died when I was 20. So I can sympathize, I miss him.
Yeah.
I've missed him for 18 years, but you're a great person. You're an amazing person. You are a great mom. You're a great wife. You are an amazing leader, and you are who God needs you to be. So take heart in what he has given you and the words that he has given you, because those are for you. And we need to sit down and talk about this book. And I knew when I started going through it, I was like, Bethany needs this. Like, we need to talk about this. Like,
Yeah.
whether we go through it with Christy and them, that's, we can or we cannot. We can do it separately. I don't care. They're kind of like, they're on vacation and they're visiting their family and stuff. So if you want to kind of do some stuff separately, I've been waiting on them, and I've like read the first 2 chapters like 3 times, like over the last month, and I'm waiting, and I'm like, I need to read the rest of the book. What are you doing?
Let's just take time to do that, and then we can just tell them to catch up. Like, hey, we're going to be on this chapter on this day. Y'all just catch up.
Yeah, maybe. Yes.
We can do that.
Okay. So, figure out what you want to do, like what chapter you want to be on, and let me know, and we'll figure it out, like Sunday, Monday, whatever works for you.
Okay. Well,
And
what's your
figure- What?
I mean, Sundays are fine.
Sunday's fine.
Is Sunday okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
The one day of the week I'm actually off. So,
oh my gosh. Okay. Well, go ahead and do chapter 3, and I'll just catch up, and we'll do 1, 2, 3,
okay.
because like I zipped through
I have
chapter.
to go back and read it again, because I read the last like 2 chapters, like 3. Well, I read all 3 of the first chapter. It's been
Okay,
like
I have to
3
go.
Okay.
I love you.
Do that.
Bye.
Let me know.